The village is plunged into an inky blackness, its outline barely visible against the storm. Flickering lanterns cast eerie, dancing shadows from the windows, struggling against the oppressive dark. Rain lashes down in relentless sheets, each drop a tiny hammer against the world. The wind howls like a banshee, its mournful cry weaving through the deserted streets. The village seems to hold its breath, bracing against the fury of the storm. Under the cover of a stormy night, an abandoned house stands silhouetted against the dark sky, rain cascading down its aged walls. The relentless rain beats against the decaying structure, each drop a stark reminder of time's cruel passage. Empty, dark windows peer out like vacant eyes, casting long, ominous shadows over the desolate landscape. The dilapidated house looms over the distant village, a silent sentinel guarding forgotten secrets. Inside the elders' dimly lit hut, villagers huddled together, their faces reflecting a shared dread. Fear hangs heavy in the air, each shadow deepening the sense of impending doom. The elder's face, a map of wrinkles and worries, conveys the gravity of their plight. He speaks in hushed tones, his words barely audible above the villagers' anxious breaths. Under a sky weeping with rain, the abandoned house looms, a dark scar against the stormy night. The mournful sound of children crying rises through the storm, an eerie symphony of despair. The cries intensify, piercing the veil of night, each sob a chilling echo in the desolate expanse. Manuel, his face a canvas of worry, cautiously approaches the house, the wood groaning under the onslaught of the storm. He peers through a narrow gap in the boarded-up windows, his eyes darting through the darkness, searching for the source of the haunting cries. Sunlight streams through dusty windows into the abandoned house, illuminating a scene from the past. In the heart of the room, children are absorbed in play, their faces bright with innocence. Their laughter echoes through the empty halls, a symphony of pure, unadulterated joy. Each child moves with carefree abandon, lost in a world of imagination and friendship. The scene is a vibrant tableau of youthful energy, a stark contrast to the house's current desolation, a poignant reminder of happier times. Before shadows fell upon the abandoned house, sunlight dapples the forest floor as children playfully chase butterflies, their innocent laughter echoing through the ancient trees. Deeper and deeper they venture, lured by the fluttering wings, unaware of the looming shadows around them. The towering trunks close in, the undergrowth tangling their small feet as the children realize they are hopelessly lost. The forest's cheerful facade fades, replaced by an ominous silence as the children's laughter turns to frightened whimpers. Rain relentlessly assaults the windows of the abandoned house, each drop a hammer blow against the fragile barrier. Manuel recoils from the window, his face drained of color, reflecting the terror that grips him. He stumbles backward, a figure lost in the gloom, his movements betraying his desperate flight. In his panicked retreat, his hand sweeps across the space, making contact with a lantern. The lantern crashes to the floor, plunging Manuel further into the darkness. Under the merciless lash of rain, an abandoned house stands vulnerable, unaware of the chaos about to ignite. A carelessly dropped lantern sparks a voracious blaze, hungry flames licking at the dry wood and rapidly engulfing the structure. The fire roars, its insatiable appetite consuming everything in its path, casting eerie shadows that dance with destruction. A symphony of despair rises above the crackling inferno, as heart-wrenching cries intertwine with terrified screams. Flames engulf the abandoned house, painting the night with fiery hues and casting eerie, dancing shadows that writhe across the walls. Trapped within the inferno, the children's small figures are silhouetted against the intense blaze, their vulnerability stark against the destructive power. Smoke billows, choking the air and obscuring everything in a thick, acrid haze, making each breath a struggle. The deafening roar of the fire, punctuated by the children's terrified screams, creates a symphony of terror and despair. Under a torrential downpour, The village watches as the abandoned house is consumed by fierce flames. The rain intensifies, reflecting the fire's glow, turning the night into a canvas of light and shadow. The elder stands silhouetted against the inferno, his aged face etched with sorrow and illuminated by the flickering firelight. Each drop of rain seems to carry a lament as it strikes the ground around the burning house. The villagers huddle together, their faces a mixture of fear and resignation as they watch the spectacle of destruction. Anxious calls tear through the dense forest as villagers push through the trees, their voices echoing with rising panic. Sunlight filters through the canopy, casting dappled shadows on the forest floor as they search, their faces etched with worry. Each rustle of leaves, each snapping twig, heightens their growing dread. A patch of color breaks the monotony of the green and brown. A scattering of tattered toys lies abandoned on the path. The remnants of happier times now serve as stark reminders of their desperate search, each toy a silent scream. Inside the village church, muted sunlight paints the wooden pews with strokes of stained glass color. The villagers gather, their faces reflecting a community's shared grief and disbelief. Handkerchiefs flutter like fragile wings as silent tears stream down weathered cheeks. The scent of lilies hangs heavy, a poignant reminder of innocence lost and a memorial service for the missing children. Empty stares pierce the heavy air, each villager lost in their private sea of sorrow. Unspoken sorrow fills every corner of the church, a palpable testament to a village united in mourning. Rain streams down on the charred remains of the abandoned house, turning ash to mud. The eerie silence is deafening, a stark contrast to the storm raging around the ruins. A skeletal frame of what once was, the house stands as a haunting monument under the stormy sky. The rain washes over the ruins, as if trying to cleanse the site of its tragic past. In the heart of the abandoned house, spectral figures begin to coalesce from the shadows, their forms shimmering with an ethereal glow. The ghostly figures of children emerge, their eyes filled with an ancient sorrow that pierces the veil of the living. Despair is etched into their translucent faces, each a silent testament to forgotten tragedies within the decaying walls. With frail, spectral hands outstretched, they reach towards the villagers, their touch promising chills and whispers of the past. A symphony of unspoken pleas echoes through the dilapidated interior, their silent cries resonating with the house's haunted history. In the village cemetery, sorrow hangs heavy as the villagers raise a simple memorial. Wildflowers adorn the monument, a fragile tribute to the children claimed by the forest. The elder, his face a map of time and grief, clasps his weathered hands in prayer. His voice, a low, solemn plea, echoes through the cemetery. May the spirits of the lost find solace in our remembrance. May this memorial guide them home. Torrents of rain assault the abandoned house, each drop a stark reminder of its forgotten past. Amidst the decaying ruins, a lone, spectral child stands, its form shimmering faintly in the downpour. Tears well in its ethereal eyes, reflecting the bleakness of the storm-ravaged surroundings. A voice, barely a whisper, rises above the storm's fury. We just want to go home. The child's sorrowful gaze pierces through the veil of rain, a silent plea echoing in the desolate night. Each raindrop seems to carry the weight of its longing, a symphony of despair played out against the backdrop of decay.